Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to continue with our lesson number 3, Bhakti Cult and Sufi Heritage. As yesterday we learnt about what is Bhakti Cult and the gist of Bhakti Cult, we shall today learn about another 4 Bhakti saints. First one is Akka Mahadevi. First we shall learn about Akka Mahadevi. Akka Mahadevi. Akka Mahadevi was an enterprising woman in the Vachana movement of 12th century. Okay. Akka Mahadevi was an Vachanakara of 12th century. She made immense contributions to Vachana literature. Okay. She wrote many poems, kavanas, etc. and made immense contribution to Vachana literature. Okay. She was born in Uttadi of Shivamogga district. Her father was Nirmala Shetty and mother was Sumati. Okay. Akka immersed Shiva Bhakti since her childhood. Okay. She was a Shiva Bhakti from her childhood. She claimed Channamallikarjuna himself to be her husband. As Andal claimed as Krishna as her husband, Akka Mahadevi also claimed that Channamallikarjuna was her husband. Okay. Her parents forcibly got her married to King Kaushika. Also, she was married to the King Kaushika, and she found it hindrance to her service to Guru Linga Jangama, so she left the palace. After marrying, she found hindrance to her service to Guru Linga Jangama, so she left the palace. And later she moved to Anubhava Mantapa and stayed in that Kalyana for some time. Okay. There she wrote vachanas under the pen name Channamallikarjuna. Here, what is the pen name Akka Mahadevi used to write vachanas? Channamallikarjuna. Okay. She was respected by all Shiva Sharanas. Okay. She was respected by all Shiva Sharanas. She left Kalyana and went to Sri Shaila towards the end of her life. After living some time in the Kalyana, she left it and went to Sri Shaila and lived there till the end of her life. Okay. She left her mortal body in the Kadali forest of Sri Shaila. Her mortal body is in Kadali forest of Sri Shaila. Okay, children, this is about Akka Mahadevi. You can see the picture of Akka Mahadevi here. Now we shall move to Purandara Dasa. Purandara Dasa from 1480 to 1564 CE. They all come from CE only. Okay. Purandara Dasa. Purandara Dasa was one of the important persons in Kannada Dasa literature. Okay. He was a famous and important person in Kannada Dasa literature. Okay. Purandara Dasa was born in Purandaragada and his original name was Srinivasa Nayaka. His first name was Srinivasa Nayaka. Okay. His father was Varadappa Nayaka and mother Leelavati. Okay. Leelavati. Next, his wife was Lakshmi Bai and she was a religious woman. Okay. Srinivasa Nayaka was a misere and an atheist. Okay. Srinivasa Nayaka was a misere and atheist. Later, he distributed all his wealth to the needy people and spent rest of his life in thought of God. Okay. First, this Srinivasa Nayak was a misere and atheist. Okay. Later, he distributed all his wealth. Means here in the sentence, Srinivasa Nayaka was a misere and atheist means selfish. Okay. Later, he distributed all his wealth to the needy people and spent the rest of his life in the thought of God. he traveled to many places singing kirtanas. Okay, and he also traveled to many places singing kirtanas, and at last he reached Krishna Devaraya's court. Okay, and at last he reached Krishna Devaraya's court. Vyasaraya gave him Diksha. Vyasaraya gave him Diksha and called him Purandara. First his name was Srinivasa Nayaka, and when Vyasaraya gave him Diksha, he called him as Purandara. Later he became Purandara Dasa. Okay, we can see humaness in all his songs. Okay, the all songs he sang, in those songs we can see humaness. Okay, he condemned caste system. He also condemned caste system. Here all the saints will condemn caste system. Okay, we also see the combination of philosophy, moral and musical qualities in his songs. Okay, he is known as Karnataka Sangeeta Pitamaha. Who is known as Karnataka Sangeeta Pitamaha? Purandara Dasa. And they can also they also ask a question like, what was the title given to Purandara Dasa? You should write Karnataka Sangeeta Pitamaha. Karnataka Sangeeta Pitamaha means father of Carnatic music. Okay, he wrote kirtanas with a pen name of Purandara Vitala. As Akka Mahadevi wrote her vachanas with the pen name Channamallikarjuna, Purandara also wrote his kirtanas with the pen name Purandara Vitala. Okay, he was praised by his own Guru Vyasaraya as Purandara Dasa is ultimate as a Dasa. Okay, he was praised by his own Guru. Guru means teacher. His guru was Vyasaraya. Vyasaraya praised him as Purandara Dasa is ultimate as a Dasa. Okay, now we shall learn about Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa from 1508 to 1606 CE. Okay, now we shall learn about him. Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa is one of the famous Kirtanakaras of Dasa literature. Okay, Kanakadasa is one of the famous Kirtanakaras of Dasa literature. Okay, he was born about 1508 CE at Bada village of Bankapur Taluk in Haveri district. He was born in 1508 CE at Bada village of Bankapur Taluk in Haveri district. Okay, and the Kanakadasa's first name or the original name was Timmappa. Okay, his mother was Bachamma and his father was Birappa. Okay, he was a warrior and also a poet. Not only poet, Kanakadasa was also a warrior. He headed a group of over 78 villages. Here, at first, Kanakadasa headed a group of over 78 villages. Okay, he had 78 villages to handle. Now, it is said that he found a pot full of gold and he came to be known as Kanaka Nayaka. Okay, after some time in his life he found a pot full of gold. Okay, after that he came to be known as Kanaka Nayaka. Okay, he renounced worldly things and became the disciple of Vyasaraya. Okay, he renounced some worldly things and became the disciple of Vyasaraya. Disciple means a student and also a follower, and like Shishya, we can tell in Kannada like Shishya. Okay, later he came to be known as Kanakadasa. His first name was Timmappa. Okay, later he came to be known as Kanakanayaka, and after that when he became the disciple of Vyasaraya, he came to be known as Kanakadasa. Okay, and now he also composed kirtanas with a pen name called Adikeshava. His pen name was Adikeshava. Okay, Adikeshava was his personal god. Adikeshava was nothing but his personal god. He has criticized superstitions of society in his songs and preached the simple path of attaining moksha in them. Okay, Kanakadasa also criticized the superstitions of the society in his songs and has preached the simple path of attaining moksha in them. What is the simple path of attaining moksha? Bhakti. Okay, bhakti is the simple path of attaining moksha. He has also criticized caste system in his songs. Okay, now we shall learn about the Kanakana Kindi. Okay, the prayers of Udupi temple stops Kanaka from entering the temple. Okay, now we are learning the story behind the Kanakana Kindi. Okay, the prayers of Udupi temple means pujari anta heltivalla, pujaris. Like the prayers of Udupi temple stops Kanaka from entering the temple. Okay, it is said that Lord Krishna, pleased by the devotion of Kanakadasa, turned his face towards the west for Kanaka. Okay, as they did not allow Kanaka to enter the temple, Lord Krishna was pleased by his devotion and turned his face to the west of the Kanaka. Okay, this was named as Kanakana Kindi. Okay, now we shall learn about some kirtanas or the works written by Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa wrote Haribhaktasara, Nalacharitre, Ramadanya Charite. These are Shatapadi epics, and Mohana Tarangini is a Sangeeta Kavya. Okay, now we shall learn about the Shishunala Sharifa. Okay, Shishunala Sharifa is the first Kannada Muslim mystic poet. Shishunala Sharifa is the first Kannada Muslim mystic poet. In this, Shishunala Sharifa was the Kannada poet also and a Muslim poet also. Okay, he was the first Kannada Muslim mystic poet. Okay, he is known as Kabira of Karnataka. Okay, he is known as the Kabira of Karnataka. Who is Shishunala Sharifa? He was born in 1819 CE. Okay, Shishunala Sharifa was born in 1819 CE at Shishunala. Okay, his parents were Imam Sahib and mother Hajjamma. Okay, he studied both Hindu and Islamic religion in his childhood. As he was as Shishunala Sharifa studied both Hindu and Islam religion in his childhood, he composed poems in Kannada also and Muslim languages, means Islam languages also. Okay. Later he passed his Mulki exams and served as a teacher for some time. Okay. Later, as he studied both Hindu and Islamic religion in his childhood, later when he grown up, he passed his Mulki exams and served as teacher for some time. Okay. He took Diksha from Govinda Bhatta. Okay. He also took Diksha from Govinda Bhatta, as Purandara Dasa, Shishunala Sharifa, they took Diksha from Vyasaraya. Shishunala Sharifa also took Diksha from Govinda Bhatta and wrote many Tattvapadas. Okay, many Tattvapadas. In his poems, we can find Revayat. Revayat means Moharam words. Among these songs, Kalagapada, Dharmika Niti Pada, Alvi Pada, Saval Jawab Pada are famous. Okay. These are the Tattvapadas written by Shishunala Sharifa. Okay, these are the Tatvapadas written by Shishnala Sharifa. These are very famous. He composed many Tatvapadas. Among them, these 4 are famous. Okay. Now, we can see his grave in Shishunala. When he died, his grave, we can find his grave in Shishunala. Okay. He tried to spread humanity beyond the barriers of caste and religion. He also tried to spread humanity beyond the barriers of caste and religion. Okay, children. For today, it's enough. We learned 4 Bhakti saints. Okay. For this, the Bhakti heritage in South India finished, and in tomorrow's class we learn about the Bhakti heritage of North India. Okay. Thank you, children.